I start off by thanking Barnes & Noble for hosting this event and putting on the contest. I think it's great when staff and administration has an opportunity to thank teachers for their efforts, but I think it's really special when you have a student that has the opportunity to say what an impact that their teacher has on them. So the contest was presented to me and I said, let's try it, let's see what happens. Olivia chose to write about her teacher, and here we are this morning. So I'm going to have Mrs. Wagner come on up here. Congratulations to you for receiving this award and having your student write about the impact that she's had or that you've had on her life. So.
Well, and she on me.
All right.
Absolutely.
Olivia, I want you to come on up here and read your essay.
Woohoo! Should I sit? Should we sit and chat? Let's do it this way.
Okay, so Mrs. Wagner has taught me a lot over the past few years that I've known her. She hasn't just taught me better grammar, using commas, and typical middle school stuff. She's taught me to become an active part of the community and that a little effort goes a long way. She has taught me to become an active part of the community through the 8th grade service project by volunteering at the West Osho Senior Center. Mrs. Wagner has also had a librarian visit our class to tell us about the activities at the Salem Library for Teens. Although she assigns as many writing assignments, students should learn to appreciate it. Mrs. Wagner is really helping us. Over the past school year, we've written about 24 papers. If students compared the papers from the beginning of the year to now, I think they would see major improvements. Mrs. Wagner has also showed me that just a little effort benefits you in the long run. She tells you if there's going to be a quiz so that we can study. She offers corrections on most assignments, and she holds meetings with each student at the end of each quarter to prepare us for the next quarter. If we take advantage of these opportunities, we can easily get an A in her class, even if we aren't the greatest at reading on the charts. Overall, she has really given us opportunities to better our grades and become more involved in the community. On top of grading and teaching she does, she also is a huge part in extracurriculars at school. Just a few of these extracurriculars include Drama Club, Forensics, and English Fest. Just this past year, Mrs. Wagner and a fellow teacher, Mrs. Clark, put on a spectacular play, Robin Hood. Even though there were 2 sports and sickness going around in the short amount of time they were given to put the play together and practice it, they pulled it off. 2 performances of Robin Hood that had a collective audience of over 900 people of all ages. Mrs. Wagner was the one who created Drama Club using her experience from college and working in Hollywood for a number of years. Even though it was a struggle the first few years, she got an amazing club going on. Forensics is also something else that Mrs. Wagner organizes. She has students pick a skit or write a speech to perform expressively in front of judges. Yearly, students say that they had the time of their life when they joined forensics. One other thing she does is English Fest. Students read 6 books chosen by the Racine Public Library. In March, students participate in activities that have to do with these books. All things considered, Mrs. Wagner is really a great teacher, and she helps us in more ways than one. She wants us to succeed at school and in life.
You're never colleagues. I feel like you could be at my funeral, maybe. But it is really, really humbling. And when I first started teaching, I remember Jane saying, "You have no idea who the students are, who you really impact," and we really don't. This took me completely by surprise, and it is probably one of the most humbling experiences of my life. But I have to give credit also where credit is due. I have an incredible husband, Spence, who has supported me for 37 years. I have 5 wonderful children who continue to blaze their trail. Even when they fall off their train a little, they still keep going. I'm surrounded by colleagues that I can't speak highly enough of. And I get the benefit of having students with big hearts, great potential, and beauty to spread through this whole world. And so many of you who are here, who I haven't seen in a while, it's extremely moving to me because you've all been so much a part of my life at Bristol, and it's been really, really meaningful. So thank you all for just making this one of the greatest days of my life. Thank you.
We also have a certificate for our young
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Writing.
This is awesome.